Thank you, Madam Speaker, and I thank the gentleman. Madam Speaker, I rise in opposition to the rule, and I rise in opposition to the previous question. With over 1.3 million votes cast and counting, the U-Cut movement continues to give people across America a voice to help put a stop to Washington's never-ending shopping spree. House Republicans have already offered more than $120 billion in common sense spending reductions. Yet week in and week out, the majority has astoundingly voted against the will of the people. Proposed by Congressman Mac Thornberry of Texas, this week's U-Cut winner highlights the latest example of egregious government waste. Despite the fact that only 16% of Amtrak passengers choose sleeper class fare, which includes a turndown service and private entertainment, taxpayers are on the hook for more than twice as much than for these passengers compared to those who ride in coach. During these increasingly tough economic times, is it really fair to ask taxpayers to subsidize turndown service and prepaid movies? The American people have emphatically said no. Just days ago, Madam Speaker, 4 House Democrats bucked their party's leadership to form a working group they say is devoted to cutting wasteful spending. As my House Republican colleagues and I have said since U-Cut's launch, tackling our staggering national debt is not a partisan calling. It's an American calling because our country is at a crossroads. It is only logical then, Madam Speaker, that the new Democratic group would support the elimination of first-class Amtrak subsidies and save taxpayers up to $1.2 billion over the next decade. I urge them, as well as all of my colleagues on the other side of the aisle, to join us in voting to bring this week's U-Cut to the floor for a vote. And I yield back.